This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so we also learned about that if you have a class in different package, still you can use that package. The functions of the class, you just need to import that. So that is the extra thing you learn other than this return type. And this return type is very important thing for automation or even though for programming. Return type is very important. Okay, so you'll be using that. So now if you see that I don't have this error, so now it's your turn to fix this part, right? So what we'll do is just go back to that the place that where we are getting our libraries. So it's a Maven, right? Maven repository. I believe you already have this website address. Oh, you can't hear. Is anyone else who cannot hear me? True, then I relog in. No. So yes, Nasida. So what you can do is because she wants join the meeting. Okay. So once you are here in this website, is a Maven repository. We call this where you will get all of your libraries here. Any kind of library, any version, any like if it's a like library for you are looking for Java or even Python, you can get it from here. Okay, so what we are searching here is Selenium. If you remember last time we searched for Selenium, so we are going to type here in the search box Selenium. Once you search this Selenium, okay, she just joined again. I hope she is able to hear now. Oh, okay. I will share the address again, no problem. But let me share the address, that actual address with you, not this address. Let me share the actual. The website, what is that? Selenium server. This is the one. Last time what we did is we tried to work with the Selenium server, and then after the session I realized that because we are using the simple Java project, so in that case this Selenium server will not gonna work, so we have to work with Selenium server standalone. So we need to work with this one. Okay, so I will share the link with you. Just give me a second. So we're going to check this 2.53. Let me check which version I have here. Selenium Learning. I added this here 3.4159. So where I did get it from? Okay, they don't have that here. So just have 2.53. So what I can do is I can share that with you from here. Just give me a second. I thought they have it there. But that Selenium server standalone, I got it from the official website of Selenium. So they have this one updated until this April 18, 2016. But I don't know why this doesn't have it here, but I got it from their official website. So let me share that with you, only this one. Okay, so I just do drag it. Okay, I just added the software here in this location, this Google Drive location. So I just share that the link with you, the Drive location. Once you go there, you will see 3 zip file. You just need to download 3 point Selenium server 3.14159. Let me show you here in this here. So follow the link. Once you go to this link, then you will see these 3 things: Selenium Java, Selenium server, and another Selenium server is standalone. This standalone server is old, and this is the updated one. So once you go here to this page, you just need to download this Selenium server. Okay, just right click on this zip file, then you'll see these options. From all of these options, we have a download option. The second last option is the download option. Click on that, then it will start downloading. Okay, let me know if you are having any issue downloading this zip file. Are we done or facing any issue?
I don't know, I did the right thing because I missed something from the beginning. So can I share my screen so that you can know that I did the right thing?
Okay, no problem. But you didn't miss anything. We start from there. You join
So,
the next time. Yes, this is the one. You not Selenium server. I said that Selenium. Oh, okay. This is a Selenium server standalone. Let me check 1 second. Did I give you the? Okay, I gave you the wrong one. I'm sorry for that. I'm really sorry. Let me just track this one. I gave you that Selenium server. Everyone, please refresh that page now. Please refresh that page now. Then you'll see one more Selenium server standalone with the version 3.14159. Let me check it here. Okay, can you please maximize this window, this browser window?
um,
There is a maximize button on top.
from my one?
Yes, not this one. You see that cross button, cross sign, just after that. Before,
Sorry, sorry. Oh, sorry, sorry.
no problem. Just open it again and
So,
browser. You have to go through the browser, copy that link, and open that in a browser.
okay.
Okay, now maximize this window.
Maximum this window down there. Oh,
See, there is one more Selenium server standalone. So check which version you have here. If you okay, click on no thanks. I think because of this one, it's not showing. Click on no thanks.
oh, let me see. No, this one, right?
And
Your track.
I believe if you just mouse over on this Selenium server, it will show you that the version. Yes, you
So
see that?
this one,
You see, this
yeah,
is the yes.
this is the
This
one.
is the
Okay.
one you have to download. Right click on it.
Right, click on it. I think I can do it over there.
Yes, you can click on here as well. The same thing.
I don't see anything like that.
You open that in Microsoft Edge, right? So
Okay, let me see. Mm,
check it in Downloads folder.
Download it. Okay.
Click on Download anyway.
Download.
Okay, so it's click on Keep. So it's done. So you downloaded this jar file.
Okay.
Yes, we have to do this one. So we have to download this version. Selenium Server Standalone 3.14159. You don't need to download this one. Are you trying to download again?
No, no, no.
Then just cancel it. You don't need that. Yes, anyone else having any issue? Click on delete. Why you are downloading twice? You don't need to. You already have.
I don't do anything actually. I don't know why this is coming too many like the times.
Click on
Do you
delete.
want me to
Just click on delete.
delete? Okay.
You don't need it, right? Because you already have this one. Okay. So next thing, what you need to do is you have to go to that downloads folder.
Okay.
So, Nasida, can you please go to that downloads folder?
Okay. Okay.
So in downloads folder, you see that Selenium Java. Where is the Selenium Java? I think it's here. Yes. Select the Selenium server, Java, this one, and also select the Selenium server standalone. You just download it on top. No, scroll up. Here, Selenium server standalone. No, after that, down, down.
Down.
Yeah, there. Selenium server standalone. This is the second one from the list. Second from the
The
list.
second one, this one.
No, on top. Scroll.
On the, oh, okay. I found it. This one.
Select
This
this one
one.
also.
Okay.
Okay, select both of them. I mean that Selenium server standalone and also Selenium Java, or you can do it separate. It's up to you.
Okay. So this one and this one you're talking about,
Yes.
right?
Press Ctrl and select this one.
Okay.
No, again,
Press Ctrl.
and select Selenium Java. Selenium Java.
Oh, sorry, sorry.
Click on it.
Okay.
Keep pressing the Ctrl and then click on it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now both are selected, right? Now
Yes.
copy this, right click on it, copy this.
Okay.
Now open your Eclipse there.
Yeah.
In the lib folder, what we have? Let me see. Expand it. Oh, you already have the Selenium Java, right?
Yes.
What you can do is, okay, so you also have added this reference libraries. So we'll delete the reference libraries and we'll do that again, okay? So
Okay.
expand this reference libraries. Now select both of them.
Select both of them.
Just
Oh,
select one first, and then to select the second one, you have to press the Control and then select the other one. Now right click on it. build path, remove from build path. Okay, so they are gone, right? Now
Yes.
because you already copied Selenium Java, so what you can do is you can delete these two. So right click on it, delete both of them. This is fine because you already delete both of them. Delete. Okay. So now you don't have anything, right? It's simple like that. Now in the leaf folder, right click on that leaf folder, and then click on paste because you copied that, right?
Yes.
So now you have the Selenium Javas and Selenium Server standalone. So next thing is you have to select both of them. Right click, build path, add to build path. So now it's added, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now open the class that has started working on the Selenium. The SFC folder here, yes. Basic Selenium and this class, Selenium Learning.
Open this one.
Open this one. Open this one. Double click on it.
Okay, so I have a question. Basically, we are deleting the reference, both of the reference, right? That we added in the build path last class, right?
Yes. So the thing is, did you already deleted that to reference?
No, I have not done it yet. I have
Then
not. Yeah, I have not even copied because when I wanted to copy the Java and the standalone, it was saying, "Do you want to rewrite?" So I canceled it. I didn't do anything. I wanted to ask you first.
okay, then I'll check your after this one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So Nasita, what you need to do is, if you see in line number 7, the W should be capital. Okay. Now mouse over on this WebDriver. Then you see option
Import.
import. Yes. And then you have to mouse over on this Chrome driver, and then you will see this import. Okay, so you are done. Until this point, you are done. That means that you will be able to work on this Selenium. Okay? Now, Safin Rahman. So you want to go next, right? Okay. So you already have a Selenium Java. So what I would suggest you is, okay. So what you did is you pasted that in that package.
Oh, I see. I see that. So do you want me to just move them?
No, no, no. Do one thing. Uh, remove that first. Right click on the Selenium server that is under reference libraries. Right click on the Selenium server. Right click here. Go to that build path and remove from build path. Java is fine. We'll keep the Java, okay? Now,
Okay.
under the leaf folder, if you see that there is a Selenium server, so we don't need that. So you can remove that one. You can just right click on it and delete that. Okay. Now you already have pasted this one, Selenium server standalone. So you can just do one thing, drag that from there and keep it on top of that leaf folder. On the leaf folder. No. Drag that and put that in yes, here. So it came to here, right?
Right.
And now you can delete that Selenium Java that you have under the package. You can delete that. You don't need that here. So we don't paste any Java or jar file under the packages. So if you see,
Oh yeah, no, it accidentally went there. I think it was just, when I was trying to paste it, I don't know, probably that one accidentally opened or something.
it's fine.
So now it looks good.
It looks good, but if you see that you have added the Selenium Java that is under the reference libraries, but you don't have the Selenium server, right? Selenium server standalone.
Wow.
So what you need to do is you
I
have
have to build that.
yes, you have
Build
to
that.
yes, you have to right click on it, go to the build path, and add to build path. That's it. Now, if you mouse over on this WebDriver, no, here in the class, yes, then you will see that import option. If you remember,
You want me to import?
yes, click on this import. You have to do the same thing for Chrome driver. That's it. So you're good to go now.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
no problem. So who want to go next? If you have
Yeah, yeah. Please check my Eclipse also.
okay, no problem. Okay, so you have a Selenium server. So first of all, can you okay, it's fine then. Expand it. So expand that reference libraries. And right click on this Selenium server. Why do you have right click on it? Build path. Remove from build path. Okay. Now you can delete that Selenium server because you don't need that. You can delete this Selenium server from here. Right click and delete that. Now we need Selenium server standalone. Did you download that one?
Yes, I did.
Selenium server standalone. Okay, just copy that. Right click on it and copy it.
Right click here.
Copy. On top of the second option. Yes, this is the one. Copy. Now click on this live folder and paste it here. Okay, now right click on this Selenium server standalone and go to the build path and add to the build path. Now open that class, say simple learning, Selenium learning. Expand the package here, the package, basic Selenium package. The package, yes, package. No, the package, the basic Selenium. Yes, this one. Now double click on this class, Selenium learning, open this class. Okay, now here the WebDriver W should be capital. No, that W should be capital. Now mouse over on it and then you'll see import option. You have to do the same for Chrome driver. So you have a spelling mistake. Chrome, D should be capital. Okay, now mouse over again. You see that import option. Now you're good to go.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Anyone else? Okay, I think Anila needs help. Let me make a presenter. So the thing is, this is setup that you need to work with that Selenium and to do the automation. And this is for one-time setup. Okay, first of all, you need to remove that the backward slash after the exe.
Backward slash.
Yes, you have that backward slash before the C and also one more double quotation. Remove that. One more, yes, and at the end of that path, you see that after exe, there is one extra backward slash. Remove that.
Okay.
And after the line, you need a semicolon. Now
Okay.
here in the second line, just type webdriver with W capital and D capital. With a D capital, webdriver, D capital.
D capital. Okay. Okay.
Space, driver.
D capital.
No, regular. Driver equals to new Chrome driver with a C capital, D capital. Parenthesis and semicolon. And I believe, yes, and because you already have a Selenium server standalone, you will see that import option. Yes, click on that mouse over on that WebDriver. You'll see import option. Click on that import option. Same you have to do for Chrome driver.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. So
how about this driver?
Sorry.
How about this driver? The driver also has a, I think, orange mark. Is it supposed to be like this?
This
Like
is
right here?
no. This is a warning. This is not like this is a warning. Something like you created one variable, but you didn't use that, so you will get a warning, right? It's the same.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so I hope everyone have set up without any issue. Okay, so in my case, what I have, I will delete this part now. So I will show you that I have this, I don't have this lead folder, so I will just add the lead folder here, new folder, then lead means library, so I'm keeping it short. Then it's created this folder here. So after that, I will just copy the libraries from here. One is Java. And another I need is standalone. Okay, so now I have these two libraries, but that doesn't mean that I have added. I am able to access the function, the library of Selenium in my class, in my project. What I need to do, I have to add them in a build path. So select these jar files, right click, build path, add to build path. Now you see there is a new folder called reference libraries. Okay, so we have two libraries. One is JRE system library, which is like basic libraries we have to work with the Java. These are all basic libraries is provided by Java. And if you need some extra library, then you have to add it like this. Okay, so did you get the idea about the library? Its library is something like you can also create a library. So let's say that you created a class with a lot of functions, and that all the functions are doing addition, like different kind of addition. So, and you want to share your work with all of you, with your friend, with the people, like for the public. So what you can do, you can just upload your library to a place, and then people can get that. Like it's kind of like in Google, we have a marketplace, right? Where you can download the apps. In iPhone, we have an app store where people can upload their apps, and then other people can download that and use that, right? Is the same thing happens here. So different people create the libraries, and if it is a free library, then we can download it and we can use it. So Selenium is a free tool, free library, so we can use it just simply by adding it on our project. You got the idea about the library? Any question from library? No? Okay, so it's added now. Now next thing is I also have this thing is done. I also have imported this one. If you see, these two are added. So once you mouse over, to that red underline on WebDriver and Chrome driver, it will give you the suggestion to import that library in your class so that you can work in this class. Okay, this is specific to this class. If you need to work with the WebDriver again in a different class, you have to import that again. Okay. Okay. Next thing is you have to type this driver. This driver is very important thing in our automation, because we start this driver and this driver is running until our execution is done, automation is done. Okay, so the very first thing is we do set up the driver, and after that we use this driver to open the browser. Okay, to open the browser and to go to a specific website. Okay, now we will go to that specific website. Okay, so it's a driver dot. When you put a dot, then you will see some options, and these all options are coming from, not all of options, some are options will coming from object, but most of the options are coming from WebDriver, that is from Selenium. Lot of options here, right? So from this you don't need to learn all of them. I will tell you that what exactly the functions that you need to work. Okay, for the first time, just check this one, get. We already know about the get, right? When you're using list, set, we work with the get. So if you are using the list name, the dot and get, we are getting that the data from a specific index, right? Here, this driver.get is asking for a string. If you see this one, is now, let me get it again. This get, if you see, is asking for a string value. This asking for a string value. So you can see that what kind of value is asking. Some are asking nothing, like that means there is no return, there is no input for that. Some are asking some input here. So you need to understand this part. If you remember in our functional learning class, if I go here in sample learning, and when if I try to access the function that I created, not this one. Let me check with this function, this one. Adding integer, number, anything, dot. You see that addition, and after says that integer a and integer b. So if I'm doing addition of two numbers, then I need to pass these two values, right? So same thing, it will show you that what kind of input is needed. Based on that, you have to pass the input. Okay, so why I am showing you this one here is, if you are trying to use this get, is asking for string, but if you are trying to pass any integer value, it's not going to work. If you're trying to pass any boolean value, it's not going to work because it's asking for string. Okay, make sure that you understand this part. Okay, in double quotation we have to pass the string. Whenever you are working with string, you are working with double quotation. So in double quotation here we have to pass the website address. That means the URL. Okay, the website address. Let's say that one more important rule: when you are getting the website address, don't just type www.google.com. If I do that, it's not going to work. Right click, run as Java application. It will open the browser. It will open the browser because of this line. It opened the browser, but it says that data : comma. It doesn't know about this website. is www.google.com. So best is what you will do is, for any website, if you want to automate for any website, what you do, just go to that website first. Go to that website first, then click on that address bar, copy that, come back to your code and paste it inside this double quotation. Then you'll see something extra here, that is https://. These things you need to open any website. Okay, so now the same thing, if you see, I have everything same except this part. Now if I run it, if I run this class, so it's opening now. So it opened and now it's navigating to that google.com. You see that? Interesting, right? And welcome to the automation now. Okay, so now it's your turn to go any website. Just use driver.get, and inside this parenthesis use double quotation, and inside the double quotation just paste this website, the URL. So why I'm saying this URL, because most of the time you will be hearing that URL. This means that unified resource locator, maybe unified resource locator. Okay, you'll be hearing this thing a lot, so I'm just keeping it here. So no one says unified resource locator, everyone will say that URL, that's it. Okay, so now check out this one. Go to any website, whatever website you want to go. Use this command driver.get and go to any website, and let me know if you have any issue.
So I have to write down website like that, or I have to just write www.amazon.com.
Try it. Try with www.amazon.com and see that if the browser will open, and then check that if it is going to that amazon.com or not. Check it.
Okay.
Mine opened, but in the console, I also got some red letter texts.
Yeah, something like this, right?
Yes, yes.
It's fine.
Oh, okay.
So it says that actually that this Chrome driver, the version you are using, and then it says that only local connection are allowed. So that means that it's opening the local browser. And then it says that the Chrome driver was started successfully. That means that it's able to use that browser. It opened the browser, and that's it. Nothing else.
Okay.
So after entering the URL, what do I have to do again? Okay, that is fine. Okay, so any issue? Anyone? No issue? Okay, so if you do the same thing, driver dot get, and here let me go to that now, amazon.com. If I go to that amazon.com, then I'll click on this address bar, then so make sure that is selected, then click on C, Control C to copy it, and then come back here to the double quotation and paste it. So once you paste it, then you'll see this HTTPS is also coming. So you cannot see that in that browser in the address bar, but it's automatically copying it. Okay. Without this, you will not be able to go to that any page. So you need it. So once I do that, let me run it again. So it's running it. It's going to that google.com. So google.com came. Then it's going to that amazon.com. Cool, right? You can try it out also. Are we done with that? Okay, so I hope, yes, some of you already done. So it's very simple thing, right? So it just, this gate is basically we use to go to any website. But the thing is, okay, so I will not go to that complex part right now. Let's just take this part out.
Yeah, my one says I couldn't run it. It says error code.
Okay, why is that? Pages installation failed. Click on close. Why you are using Chrome setup? You should not have used that Chrome setup. Okay, so go to the downloads folder. Scroll down. A little down. You have to go inside this Chrome driver folder, Chrome driver v32 folder. Go there. Go inside this folder. Now go inside this folder. Now right click on this Chrome driver and copy as path. Copy as path. Now you can go back to that Eclipse here again. So the path side, that in line number 13, whatever you have in that second part of the double quotation from C, starting from C, no, starting from C, no, C, the second part of the double quotation. Yes, you can delete everything from here.
Those things I had to delete.
Yes, delete this thing. Okay, delete that part also, that exe, Chrome setup exe. Now paste it here. Control P. Okay. Now delete that extra double quotation that you have here. The cursor is blinking, right? Okay, so you can now, yes, you can delete that part before. No, delete that. Okay, do this. No. Close it. Oh, go back to that Eclipse. You deleted comma, so don't delete that comma. We need that comma between these two double quotation. Put a comma. Here in the end of this path, if you see, there is an extra double quotation and backward slash. After the exe, after that exe here, yes, delete that backward slash.
Yeah, this part I couldn't see.
Okay. So move that go to meeting somewhere else, and then move that go to meeting somewhere else. If you don't able to see that, just move that go to meeting. Yeah. No, not here. Are you able to see that Chrome driver.exe in your Eclipse?
I just see only Chrome driver dot.
Okay, that's why. So why you are not able to see that? Because of that go to meeting, right?
Yeah.
So in the go to meeting, that app, just drag it to somewhere and drag it and put it somewhere else.
Yeah. Here.
Yes. Now remove these two things here.
EXE.
Yes. Click on this. Yes. Remove that. No. Don't delete that exe. Okay. Remove that extra double quotation. Now you're good to go. Now you can run it. Okay, so you tried with this Amazon.com. Close this browser. Close it. Can I see? Okay, Amazon.com. Check with some other website. Instead of Amazon, just start Google. That's it. That's it. Now run it. So it's coming, right?
Yeah.
So Amazon already detected you that you are trying to automate their website. That's why they blocked you. They are asking for that captcha. It's fine. It's okay. You're not going to work with Amazon. No problem. Okay, so it's 7:56. Let's start again.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. So let me share my screen. Okay, so the thing is, this is the very basic thing that we need to do. At first, we have to set up the property, and in the property, first, this is the key that we usually say that this is the key and this is the value. So key means that what kind of web driver you are going to use. So we are going to use Chrome, and then where this Chrome driver located. So this is the location the Chrome driver is located. Okay. Next thing is you have to create an object of this web driver like this. Right now you might have like a couple of questions of why we are creating web driver like this, but you will be understanding this concept later. Okay. Right now we'll do just this way. After that, we have to use this driver.get to go to the website. So that is the very basic thing that we do. In every automation, you need these 3 lines of code. You need this. Without this, you will not be able to do any automation. Next thing is with this driver and then dot, you'll see some functions, right? So what are these functions and how we'll work with that? Okay. So which function you will use most? So you can make a note of this, like which of the function that you need to work with, so that it will help you to when you will be preparing for the interview. It will help you. Okay. So close means that once you are using this close, the browser is opening. The browser is opening and going to this website, and after that, if you use this close, then it will close the browser. Simply, like if you run it, then it's going to that website, google.com. Once this google.com loads, then it will close the browser automatically. Okay, so this close is to close the browser. So closing the browser, we have another option, quit. So there is another option called quit. So there is a small difference between this close and quit, but right now you will see they both are doing the same thing. It will open the browser, it will go to that website, and after that it will close this browser. Okay, you see that it closed the browser. So there is a two function. This is also a very important interview question, that what is the difference between close and quit. Both are closing the window, right, the browser. Then when we use that close and when we will use that quit. Okay, let's check the difference now. Okay, so I'll show the difference now, then I'll give you some time to practice with this close and quit. Okay, one more thing before I quit this, before I close the window, what I'll do is I want to wait on that website for like 5 seconds, because it's very quick. Like it will open the browser, it will go to that specific page. After the page loads, then it will close right away, right? But I need to wait some time in that page. For that, we use thread.sleep. So it's a thread.sleep. And once you type that, then you'll see two options. So you have to select the first option, long millisecond. So it's asking for the millisecond, how many milliseconds you want to wait. So if you use 5,000 milliseconds, that means that 5 seconds. Okay, so it's counting like 5,000 in 5 seconds. Now once you're done, then you will see red underline. You just need to simply mouse over on this red underline. You will see two options. Just select the first option, add throws declaration. Right now I'm not going to discuss about this one, but if you want to stay on the page for some time, you need this line, thread.sleep. Okay, let's do it now. So let's just try to run it and see if it is working or not. It will open the website, open the browser, going to the website. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it will quit the browser. Is that? So after 5 seconds, it wait for 5 seconds, then it close that browser. Okay. Okay. So now the thing is the difference between close and quit. The close and quit difference I will show you when I'm running it again. So check it carefully, because I will ask you the question. So it's opening and it's waiting now. Let's try to open a new tab. Let's try, say that I'm going to that amazon.com. It's going to that amazon.com. So still it's loading. You see that the page is loading. So now after this loading is done, then it will wait for 5 seconds. You see that the browser closed, right? It also closed at amazon.com. Now let's check with the close. I checked with the quit. Let's check with the close function. Running it, opening the browser, going to the google.com. Let's go to that amazon.com again. So now it's going to that amazon.com. You see that Google is still loading. Now it's counting that 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now still it's waiting for this one. Still it's loading. Okay, so oh, it did the last moment. Okay, let me show you again. It did that, but very last moment after I close that window. Let me show you again. Okay, so it's going to that google.com because the amazon.com is very heavy website, so I'm not going to that amazon.com. I just open a new tab. Okay, this is also Google, but I just open a new tab. Now you see that after 5 seconds it closed only that google.com that it opened, right? It didn't close this one. Now can anyone tell me what is the difference between this close and quit? Anyone? You will make mistake, which is fine. But if you answer this today and if you make this mistake, then in the interview you will not make this mistake. So it's your chance. It's your golden chance.
So close window is like used to close the active windows.
Okay. And then quit.
And quit is like it quit complete browser. I mean, is to close the active one.
Yes, almost there. So quit will close all the tabs that you open. Okay, all the tabs you open, and close will close only the browse, only the tab that if this opens, only this driver opens this tab, it will close only that tab or that window. But when you open another window or another tab, it will not close with this function. But if you use quit, it will close all of them. Close takes longer. No, it doesn't take longer. Close and quit takes the same time. It just wait for the page to load. So let me run it again. Then I will count with you, okay? So I'm just opening one more tab or two more tabs, which is fine. And then just wait for to load this page. You see that it's still moving. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it should close. Okay, because this tab is loading. I don't know why it's loading, but this tab is loading. So now you see that Google tab is gone. This is all a new tab. That Google tab is gone. You got it? It takes the same time. It was just waiting to load that page. That's it, nothing else.
So which Google page is this are we talking about? Is this the original one that we open up to copy that URL?
Okay, I think you're getting confused with this because every time I open the new tab, it goes to the Google automatically. So let me change the browse website. Okay, let me check with this website. So I open this window and you see that. So this window is open and it should wait for 5 seconds, and because this tab is still taking some time, so it will wait, and now it's counting 5 seconds. Now it should close. You see that? It closed. That website is gone, right?
Right.
Okay, so the close is used to close the current tab, the current window. Okay?
Okay.
The window that you open with this driver.get, it will close only that one. And quit will close everything. Like for example, why I'm saying that is, for example, not this one. For example, you open this Amazon.com, and when you click on this Amazon Basic, usually it goes to that Amazon Basic. It doesn't open in new tab, right? But the programmer created this these tabs, this menu, in a way that when you click on this Amazon Basic, it opens in a new tab. Okay, so in that case, you need to close all of them, right? You cannot just close only one. You need to close all of them. In that kind of situation, you need to use driver.quit. But let's say that your program is not complex and you are using the same page again and again, like whenever you're clicking, it goes to that page without opening a new tab, then you just need to use that driver.close. You got it? Okay.
I have a question. So I got some error in the thread.sleep. I don't know what happened.
Yes. So what you need to do is you have to mouse over on the thread.sleep.
Okay.
And you'll see two options: add throws declaration, and then like try catch block or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So select the first one, add throws declaration. Then you see that it added something like this: throws interpret exception. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's check out some other function. Driver dot. So from here, this is these are the not these two, but this find element. These are the most of the time you will be working with the find element. Okay, but what does that? We'll check this today. Okay, after using this couple of functions, then I will come back to this find element. Then this one, get current URL. Let's say that you want to you are in Amazon.com. You click on bestseller. Now you are in a bestseller page. Now you want to read the URL. If you see here, the URL is different, right? For bestseller, the URL is different. For the home page, the URL is only like this: www.amazon.com, right? For home URL, this home page is amazon.com, but once you click on some other tab, it's take you to that page, and you see that this URL also changing, right? Now, if you want to read the URL, you can read it by this function: driver dot get current URL. What is the current URL right now? And one more thing, if you see that this is a function, if it is asking something, that it will be inside that parentheses, and this void means that it's return type. Return type is void. If you remember last session we did that, return type is void. That means that this function will not return anything. But if you see this get current URL, this function will not accept anything, any input, but it will return string value, right? it will return, it will give you a string value. So what I'll do is I will use this function get current URL. Now this is a string, this function is returning string value. So what should I do? I want to see the current URL. What should I do now then? Quotation? Where?
Inside the parentheses.
Inside the parenthesis quotation. I have to type the URL? No. As I told you, this function is not expecting any input. You see that? Inside the parentheses, it's empty. It's not expecting anything. If you see this get function, string is asking for the string input. Let's go back to this function, learning again.
So we have to, instead of the void place, we have to write string.
Instead of the void place, where?
Like a return type?
Return type? Here?
Yeah. Return type should be string.
Yes,
right?
its return type string means that it's returning something to you. So it's already done. You are not going to do any work in the function. You are just using this function. Okay, let me give you that example from here. So it's adding integer number 5 dot. So you see how many options are there that I created, how many functions I created? So in these 4 functions, the first function says that adding 4 integer numbers. So how many inputs I'm expecting here? 4, right? And after that, after I'm passing these 4 integer numbers, I am also getting some output, right, from that function. And that is why we have a return type. We have a return type, right? Return type is integer. And it's returning what? The result. So if you go back, now if you check this part, then you will get the idea. So I'm sending 4 inputs. So this function is asking for 4 inputs. And after you sending the 4 inputs, it also return you integer value. And if you see the second one, adding a string, add integer and integer. So what it's doing is it's taking your name, taking the zip code, but it's not returning anything. It's void. So it's doing some operation, but it's not returning you anything. Third one, same thing, is taking 3 numbers from you and is also giving you some output, integer output. Fourth, adding integer 2 numbers, it's taking 2 inputs from you, but it's not giving you any output, any return, because return is void here. You got the idea? Everyone is with yes? As I said that this return type is very confusing, and I told you to do some practice on it. Then you will get that idea that how it's working. So let's go back to this function here. Now, if I have this get current URL, if you see, I don't need to pass any input here. I just need to call this function, and this function will return me a string value. Now, because it's returning a string value, how can I print it? Can I print this value that is returning? Anyone? Yes, system out println, right? So if I just keep that inside that system out println, I think that will work like this, because it's sending you some string value. So let's try to run it and see if it is working or not. Okay, you see that here? The very last line is the website address, right? The URL. So that's mean that this function is working. Now I want to store this URL, this whatever the string value is sending. I want to store it here. How can I do that? Anyone?
Just initialize probably.
Yes, same thing that you did it before. You see that? What you're doing here? So this function was returning the sum, the result, and then you are keeping that inside a integer variable, right?
Right.
The same thing. If you want to store that, just do this one. String title, oh sorry, URL equals to, just put this one here, and here you just type URL. Is this okay, everyone? Okay, I got 2 yes. Okay, 3 yes, no problem. That's mean that you are getting it. So it's just like the practice that we did, right? So if you're calling any function and that function is returning something to you, you can store that. Same thing. You see that? Same thing happened here. So it's returning this URL. You are saving that in this variable, and then you're just printing it. Okay. Any question? No questions? Okay. So if you don't have any question, what I will suggest you is we can take a break now. And in the meantime, if you're done with your break, then you will do some practice here. So go to that website, get that URL, save it in your string, any variable, and print that variable. Also use this threader slate to see that this wait is working or not. And then either use the driver.close and driver.quit. Okay. So we'll take break today until 8:40. Okay, 8:40. 8:40. So you have 18 minutes today. Let me write it down here so that you can see the code and also you can take the break. Okay, so let's take a break and then we'll come back again and learn something new again.
This
Let me share my
conference will
screen.
now be recorded.
Yes, what is that?
Can you please let me share my screen
Okay.
and you check it? Okay, hold on. Let me move this. Go to meeting. Okay. So do you see that I have wayfair.com and Smile Amazon?
Hmm?
So if I run it, so it opened up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So does it look right? And I think after that it's gonna open the Smile Amazon. Is it supposed to do that?
Yes, that is right.
Okay. Now, if I have to check the uh, thread, I mean sleep and quit. So how do I know it's working?
Uh, is it closed? That browser?
No, no. My original one where I got the URL from, that's open, but the one that I opened with the WebDriver, that's
Mhm.
on the right. The one on the right is the WebDriver that I opened it with.
Okay, can you please open that again? Yeah, open this one.
This one.
Hmm?
So
So,
open it again. Okay.
so this is Wayfair, right? You can close it. So you don't need it. So you can close it. Okay. Now what the thing is here is doing is it's working. So, but you cannot see that get current URL because this function is returning to you, but some value, but you are not doing anything with that.
Yeah, like you got a URL at the bottom, remember, in the console, and then you stored it, but I didn't see anything like that.
Because I stored that, but you didn't store it.
So I have to store it first and then run it, and then I will get the current
Yeah,
URL.
yes, that is right. So either you can store it or you can just bring that directly.
Bring that directly. How?
Not bring the print that directly in the
Oh,
console.
print that. Okay, directly in the console. Okay, then now how do I know my quit and close is working?
Okay, we'll check that. We'll check that, but first, do this one. So you want to see the current URL. So what you'll do, that is printing, that the current URL is printing or not, the line number 19.
Right.
So remove that closing and semicolon. That's it. Now you can run it, and then you'll see that once it get that URL, then
Oh, I see.
you can
Right.
count 5 seconds, and after that it will close. Now count it.
Yes, 5 seconds it closed. Okay. And
Yes.
what about the sleep one?
So that sleep is it was it what is doing is it's the program is sleeping for 5 seconds. If I need to do that, I need to use this thread.sleep.
Okay, you mean sleeping is meaning the when it was getting dark? Was that the sleeping time?
Dark.
My screen was getting dark. I mean black.
No, not the black. So it means that you are keeping your execution. Let's say that you are running any program, and in that program, in the middle of that program, you want to make put a sleep. Like you want to see that how everything is going on in your program. So that's why we can use this thread or sleep so that we can put that program in a sleep mode for like 5 seconds or 10 seconds, whatever the seconds you want to use, and then after that 5 seconds or 10 seconds, it will start executing from the next line.
Okay.
It will
Okay.
not. It is not making any changes in your program. It is just putting your program in the sleep. That's it. So
Okay.
if
Okay.
line number 15, it will sorry, not 15, 19. After line number 19, it will put that program in a sleep for 5 seconds. So after the 5 seconds is done, then it will go to the line number 21 and execute that.
Okay. 31. Where did you do you see?
Not
Oh,
21.
21. Okay. Yeah. So now you're saying I can print it directly from here, print it from here too. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
And or
printing it.
I can store that and do that. That's
Yes,
like two options of printing, right?
that is right.
Okay. 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 I got it. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. So yes, Beauty. So I'm making the presenter. You can share your screen. Okay,
When I
so
try to run, so it's like this. So where is the Walmart.com or Wayfair?
because what you're doing is you click on this red mark that is stop that execution. This red, you see that the red thing on the right? It's done. It's okay. The program is done. So after you closing the browser, now you're trying to go for that wayfair.com. In line number 21, you close that browser. So you, after you close the browser, you are trying to go to that website. Is it possible?
No.
No. So that's why we will keep that close and or quit in the very end of your program, like the last line. Okay. So,
It's
but
here.
you no, but you also have this close in line number 21.
Mm-hmm.
So remove that line, then it will work. Now run it. It's waiting. Okay, so something happened. So can you close this browser? Close it. So some issue is there. Let me check what is the issue is. Let me go. Can I see the console? Can you scroll up in the console side? Take your cursor down in the console. You see that red lines in the console? Take your cursor in the console. Console here. Yes. Take your cursor down and scroll up. Down and scroll up. Now scroll up. I have to see that console. Okay, so let me ask you the keyboard and mouse control. Okay, now I think I have this control. Okay, so let me check. So once you are here, let me check what is that thing is. Exception in thread main, invalid argument. So you're passing invalid argument, and why is that? So you are getting it, then you are reading the URL, then you're printing it, then you are waiting for 5 seconds, then you are getting it again. Okay, line number 22. The issue is here, line number 22. I don't see any issue here, so let me put that in the comment. Run it. I still get the issue here, again line number 22. So this is something making the issue here. Driver.get.
I'm not.
So there is some issue in that line. So what is the issue? Driver.get is as colon. So you are missing colon here. That's why it was not working. So now it will work. No, no, not semicolon. I already did that. I already put that semicolon. So now it will work. So if you run it, It will go google.com, then wayfair.com, waiting for 5 seconds, then wayfair.com, then walmart.com, then I think it will wait for 3 seconds and then it will die. You see that? So you got two
Yeah,
URLs,
yeah.
right?
Now it's working. Yeah.
Okay, so anyone else having any issue?
Can you please check mine one? I don't know whether it's working or not.
Okay. I think it will print the last URL, right? Amazon, Walmart, then it will get that URL, print it, and then done. Yeah, it's working fine. It's working, right? You are on mute.
Yes, yeah, it's working.
Okay, okay. Anyone else having any issue? No issue. Okay. So if you don't have any issue, let's start now. So this is basically working like very basic things of that the automation that we do. Like usually we go to the website and then we check if we are in a like is expected URL or not. Is the page loaded and that is expected or not? So after that we have one more function. If you see this one here, let me go back to the source demo. Okay, so if you see this website, whenever you go to the any website, you will see on the top something like that. You see that it says that Swag Labs. And if you open the Amazon.com, here on the top, it will tell you something like this: Amazon.com, spend less, smile more. So this is we call a title. So title of the page. Okay. So we also have a function like that where you can read the title. It's a very simple, like similar to URL. What you need to do is you have to type driver dot get, and then there is an option called get title. So it's the similar to get current URL. So for this one, how you will get this and how you will print it? Can I print this title? Oh, okay. So I need to check with someone else before I move into this one. So for everyone who is done with that get URL, they can try with get title, and then we'll move forward from there. Okay. Check with the get title, print it in your console. Yes, Onik, you can share your screen now. Can you hear me, Onik?
Yeah, it's still loading.
Oh, still loading.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see your screen now. So you have this Chrome drive. You have
Yeah, I don't know why it shows red here.
because you have a Selenium server, but you don't have the Selenium server standalone. So you have to get the Selenium server standalone.
Okay.
So go to that the URL that I shared, the Google Drive URL. Let me get it for you again. So I just paste that link again. Click on that link, it will take you to that Google Drive. For others, you can practice with that title. Try to change the title of the page. And if possible, try to join the help session on Sunday. I'll
Okay.
try to help you like make your computer faster.
All right. Sure. Okay, you can continue.
Uh, let's take one for one more minute. Okay, so do you want to, when you are done with the download, because I know that it's going to take some time to download that the software, sorry, the library, and the library name is Selenium Server Standalone 3.141.59.
Okay.
Let me share the name with you. So once you see that in the page, okay, it's loaded.
Finally.
So finally it's loaded. So I think the last one is the 3.1. Scroll down. Yes, last one. So download this. Right click on it. Okay, so if you turn it on, it's fine. If you see on the top, there is an option, download option. Just download it. And once you're done, then you just need to add that in your link folder. And after that, you have to add that in your debug. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So Okay, once you're done with that, adding that to the debug, then let me know. I think it's downloading. Okay. So once you're done, just let me know, okay?
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so I think you got that idea about the title. Let me check the submission here. Screen, I got that. You get title, then you are printing it, then you are also keeping it in the title. Yeah, that you can do the both ways, and yeah, that is right. Okay, so you are getting this title. Yeah, that is right. So this is the way how we check, we verify if we are in a expected website or not, expected page or not. Okay, by using the getting the title, verifying the title, and also verifying the URL. We'll do that next. Now, what are the other things we have here? Driver dot uh, get title. We did that. Get current URL, get title, then manage. We are going to do that manage, but before we go to do that manage, I will show you that navigate. Yes, navigate. So navigate is something like you are telling the driver to navigate somewhere. So in navigate we have like three functions. Under the navigate we have three functions. Dot, you will see after the navigate of this function, if you put a dot, you will see some more options, right? From this option you are going to use only three. One is back, another is forward, and last one, oh sorry, four functions: back, forward, refresh, and to. If I use to, then it is the same thing it does with this driver.get. Exactly same thing. Okay, so let me show you here. Okay, so I'm using this get and navigate to, so it's supposed to go to then Google after the source demo. So let's check it out. So it's going to that source demo, then it's going to Google. It should print the URL, then it's waiting for 5 seconds, then it will close the browser. It's worked, right? So this navigate driver.navigate to is working as like driver.get. Okay, we have a couple of more like driver.navigate back and driver.navigate forward. So we'll do that later because right now we are not doing anything on these functions. And we also have driver.navigate refresh. Refresh is basically like refresh the page, nothing else. Like if you are here in this page and you want to refresh this page, what we do, we just click on this, reload the page, so it will do the same thing. So let's go back and check it out. So it will open that browser, it will go to that sourcedemo.com. Did I click on play? Yes, play the button. So we'll check that navigate later, okay? And navigate back and forward. So it also refreshed. Now it is waiting for 5 seconds and it will close the browser. That's it. So you understood the navigate to and navigate refresh, okay? Now, next thing that you need to know is, so every time your browser is opening, it's not opening in a full page, right? It's not in maximize format, right? So if I just play it again, you'll see that this browser is opening, but not in maximize format. It's like small, right? In a small window. So that is an option. We can maximize the window. Okay. For that one, what you need to do is you have to just type driver, and there is an option in driver called manage. Okay, so we're going to use this manage a couple of times. So one of the option is manage, and then dot, we have an option called window, and after window, if you put a dot, you will see some more option. But from this option, you are going to use this maximize. So maximize is basically you are trying to maximize the browser window. Okay, so now let's try to do it. Let's check it out if it is working or not. Okay, so it's opening, it's going to the page that you see that it's maximized. It maximized the window, then it closed the browser. You see that? Okay. So do you have any question? You don't have any question?
So everything is driver based here. So whatever we have to get, we have to type driver first and dot, and then we get the options, right?
Yes, that is true, but not everything is driver based. After some time, when we, for example, if you need to click on this menu, how you do that? So we don't have that on driver. We have to get this specific button, and then once I get it, then I will use that button. I will use that variable to click on this customer service. So yes, initially you need the driver, but after that it's all about when you are typing it, you are clicking it, or you are selecting something from the drop down. It's all about the web element. Okay, so I used a new term here. So everything you see in this page, in this web page, is an element, and that's why we call that as web element. Got it? So web element is another concept that we are going to learn, and that is a very important thing. Without that, you will not be able to do anything in this page. So that web element concept is very important, and I'm not going to study it today because it's gonna take at least an hour to understand the web element and start working on that. So it's not like I can finish it early. But what we did till now is enough for starting the automation. So till now you got a lot of information. You just need to practice this, and mostly you have to practice that return, the function return type. I'm again saying that that is very important thing because you need to understand that we are going to use that a lot. Okay, because you see that every time, let's say that this navigate function, right? So once I'm going to select this navigate, you see that this navigate function doesn't have, it's not expecting anything, and it's also not having like a return type. That's mean that after this you have to select something. So afterwards you have, if you're going to select some function after this navigate, then it will show you that is any of the function returning anything or not. You see that the two is void, but it's expecting the URL. Refresh, it's not expecting anything, and it's a void. So you need to understand this part. Okay. Okay, so whatever we did now, till now, I will give you some homework on that, and mostly the homework questions will be based on return type. Okay. So,
So
any question?
basically, in the parenthesis, if there is nothing, that means it's not expecting anything, and if it's void, that means it's not expecting anything. And then what is it you said? It's return
Return type.
return type. So if there is void, that means it's a return type.
Void means that it's not returning anything.
Anything, right?
And if there is any returning something, for example, this one, right? Driver.get current URL. So get current URL. What you can understand from here?
It's expecting something.
Is expecting something.
Current URL.
This is the function name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's expecting string value or something.
Do you see anything inside the parenthesis?
Oh, no, I don't see it because it's very small. I cannot see that.
Oh, okay. So let me check if I can make it bigger. Is it better now? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's still so small, but it's okay. Yeah, I do see the parenthesis. There is nothing in between. Yes.
Okay. So when you see that function have nothing inside the parenthesis, that means that function is not expecting anything from you.
Okay.
Any input from you.
We don't have to put anything inside, right?
Yeah, that is.
Okay.
After this colon, if you see there is a colon, and after this colon, it says that string. That means that whenever you use this function, it will return you a string value.
Without me putting anything.
Without putting anything.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, if you remember, we did one practice on that function that is like, whenever you call a function, it will print your name, right?
Yeah, because of the global.
It's not global. If you keep that instead of that variable, if you keep your name in there, it will print your name, right?
Right. Got it.
So in that function is not expecting anything from you, right?
Right.
And it was also not returning anything from that function, right?
Right.
But if you return your name in that function, like return type is string, and put a return your name, then it will return your name. Every time you call that function, it will return your name. Getting confused, right?
I actually, yeah, I have a question also. That's so the return and then the function. No, sorry for the interruption.
No, it's fine.
For the return and then the function. So when we usually what we did, so we write down the function, and then when we call the function, then we get something. I know that we need to put some parameter inside the parentheses, then that will do the operation.
Yes, but if you don't need to send anything, what will happen?
Yeah, so that it will not for the return. So what is the return? What I'm a little confused about the return and then the calling the function. So
okay, yes, I'm going to clear that concept now. So if you have any questions, so I will clear that after this one. Okay. So this is the basic function, right?
Yes.
Like, you can just call this function. Is it expecting anything? Is it expecting anything?
No.
No, right? Okay. So let's go back, and I'm going to use this function. Let me just use this very bottom in this function. Okay. So by using this, I'm going to use that function. What is the function name? Your name. This one, right? This is the function name. So if I call this function, what will happen? If I call this function here by using the object and dot and calling that function, so what will happen?
So it will just print the your name, that string.
Okay, let's check it out. It's printing my name, right?
Yes.
Okay, so why there is 2? I think I'm printing somewhere else also, right? Anything, this is the one. Okay, let me run it again. So your name, right, is printing, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, now let's say that instead of printing, I want to, whoever will call this function, your name, I will return, I want to return my name. Return, okay, let me keep it in a variable, then you will understand. String your name equals to my name. Is it okay? I have a name in a variable and I'm just returning this variable. Is it okay?
No, you have to put string instead of
Okay.
void.
Yes, that is right. So it's depend on you that what kind of information you need to pass it from the function, right?
Yes.
Okay, so in this case, I need to put it string instead of void. Now, what will happen if I call this function? If I call this function, previously it was printing. Now, is it going to print? No, right? It's not going to print. I'm just calling this function. And what is happening is that name, this one, this thing is coming here. So whenever you're calling this name is coming here, like this. Now what you're going to do with this one? Are you going to print it? Or you want to keep it like that? If you are going to print it, then you'll see the result, right? If it's really returning something or not here, right?
Yes.
What I'm doing is I'm just trying to call this function, and whenever you call this function, it's going to here this function, then it's creating this variable, then it's returning this value of this variable because I have a string here. So it's going back again here. Now here you have the value of that variable, which is what? My name. Exactly the same thing. Whatever you see here, that is returning, then it's going here. Instead of writing this one, I can easily put this one. It's the same thing. Am I right?
Yes.
So you got it, right? Okay. Now, because it's returning the value, my name, so what I can do is I can keep this thing in a system out println, right? To see if it is really sending something to me or not. Am I right?
Yes. Yeah.
And you'll see here my name.
Name.
Now I will go back one step. I will go one step back here, and then I will show you one more thing. It was the previous situation, right?
Yes.
The function was void, and you are just trying to call this function, and it will print this name. When you are calling this function, your name, you see it's a void, right? And why it's void? Because you have the void here. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Now next thing, when you're calling this function, inside this parenthesis is empty. This is empty because of this is empty.
Okay.
Got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'll move forward again. Now I have a return. Now I have a return with a string, right?
Yes.
Return with a string. Now when you are calling this function, You see here, before that it was void. Now it's showing string, right?
Yes.
Because you are sending string. You are sending this name. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now because I'm getting string, because I'm getting some value, so it's coming here, but I'm not doing anything. Either I can put it in a string variable because it's getting string, or I can print it directly. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want, you can just keep it in string variable like that, name, sorry, name, and then you can just print it name, right?
Okay.
You got it?
Yes. Yeah.
Now, if I say that this function will also expect the value string any name. So now this function is expecting some input, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'll do is I will keep this name, any name here. Is this the same thing? I'm getting this any name, keeping this inside this your name, and then returning it again. Is this the same thing?
Mm.
Just okay. So if it is confusing for you, I'll let's take it back. I'll take it back and put this void here. Okay, and I'll just print this name, system of println any name. Is it very simple now?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm doing here, this function is a void function. It's not a return type is void, and it will take only one string, and then it will print it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Now let's back to this one here. So because it's not returning anything, I cannot write it this way. So I have to type adding into the numbers 5 dot, and if you go now here in your name, then what you will see here? Your name
Your
and
name and then the parameter is string parameter. That is the
string. It's asking for a string value,
string.
right?
Yeah.
Why is that? Because I have this something here in the input.
Mm.
So now that's why it's asking for that input. You see that? And why
Yes.
it's void?
Because this is not like the this not we don't asking for anything. This is just return.
No, we are not returning anything. That's why
Page return anything. Yeah.
it's a void. When you
Yes.
have anything here, it's void. That means you will see the same thing here.
Yes. Mm.
Your name, then it's expecting some input and then void. So what I'm doing is I'm sending this. So it's asking is string, so I have to send this name in a string. Let's try to do it. It's printing, right?
Yes.
Now let's go and change this void to string. So now what it's doing is trying to return something, right?
Yes. Return here.
String name equals to any name and your name, and I'm just returning name here. It doesn't matter that what I'm getting it here. I'm not going to work with that. I'm just sending this one. It's fine. Or if you want, you can also work with this one, and then you can do anything. Let's say that any name plus your name. Okay. Now what it's doing is this function is returning a string, right?
Yes.
This function is also expecting a string value, right?
Yes.
Now let's go back and check it out. You see here in your name,
Yes.
it says that it's expecting a string value.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, it will also return you a string
String value. Yeah.
right? Okay,
Yes.
now let's your name. and then I'm passing some value here, passing like no name, something like that. So if I pass this one, what will happen? Will it print anything?
No, because of the return, then we need to.
So it's returning something. So I need to work here, right?
Yes, yeah.
So let me keep that in a system out println. Okay, now I think it's better. Now you see that no name, whichever I'm sending, then it's adding your name from the
Mm.
function.
Okay, got it.
Got it? So it's all about that you are sending some value as an input and getting some value or not. It's like void or any return type.
Okay. Thank
Any
you.
question? Any question?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so if you don't have any questions, so we are done for today. But I'm telling you for this last time, so you need to do some more practice on this function and the return type because this is very important. And this time, this week, the homework you will get is basically based on the function and return type. Okay, you have to do some operation, you have to do some calculation. So it's all about that, the return and function. So do some practice on that, and also whatever the things we learn, try to work with this. Like whatever the function we work here, like get, navigate, manage, then get URL, get current URL, get title. Okay, try to play with this. And then from next week, which is very important class, that how you are going to interact with this specific web, specific elements of this web, like web page. Okay, each and every element is separate. Each and every element is unique in this page. So we have to find out a way that how can we interact with these elements so that we can click, we can type something in the search box. So we have to do this kind of operation. And to do this, we have to work with the element first. We have to get the element first. Once we get the element, then we can do anything with that element. Okay, so the main part is to understand how to get the element. And that is also an interview question. They will definitely ask you that question. Okay, so if possible, don't miss that class. Okay, will you please review important point from today's class? Okay, so the important point from today's class is how we are setting up for the automation. That is one thing. How you are setting up for the automation, like you need that system set property, system.set property, and this is the key webdriver chrome.driver, and this is the value, which is the location of the chrome driver.exe file. Then you are creating an object of the driver, and by using
Yeah,
this,
that's what I was gonna ask. Like every time we like for example, if we want to start another blank one, so we need to type it manually the same way?
blank means a new class.
Yes, new class, right?
Yes, you can copy and paste it, but I will prefer if you type it. When you type it, then it will be in your mind, and then it will be easy for you to answer the question.
Right. So we go to the WebDriver and then we copy as path and then we bring it here like this?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, how do we know which one is extra? Or we always keep on deleting extra ones?
Extra means that the Chrome driver.
Yeah, remember the some quotation, some backslash, forward slash we had to delete.
So that is
how
the two thing in the front, two thing in the back. That's it. So let me show you now. So let's say that I have this Chrome driver. So this is my Chrome driver. So I'm copying the path. Now I'm going back. So make sure that you have this double quotation. So if you don't have this double quotation, so you will be seeing like this. So it will be with one single quotation. Then what will happen? You have to put this backward slash manually one by one. Either you can do this one, or what I do is usually I put a double quotation and then paste the part, then delete the extra thing that I have here. You see that? That is extra backward slash, then extra double quotation, and then you have the
Oh,
same
I
thing.
see. That makes sense. So you put your quotation and you know that whatever is inside that quotation that you need to keep, other than that, everything you need to delete.
Yes, that is right.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, thank you.
No problem. Yes, so after you create this driver object, then you have to use this driver to go to that any specific website, refresh that you need this navigate function. To maximize the window, you need this manage, window, maximize. Then to read the current URL, you need this get current URL function. To read the title, you need this function. To make your execution sleep for a specific amount of time, you need this thread.sleep. And then finally, you need this driver.close or driver.quit. Okay. So this is about, and for the function, it's just about the return type. When you have to return anything, then you have to put a specific return type, like a string, integer, double, or something like that. If you don't have any return type, then you have to put a void. Same thing goes here. If you need any input, you need to put inputs here. Like it could be like 1, 2, or 3, any number of inputs here. You can put it here with a string, integer, different data type. It doesn't matter. If you don't need to get any input, then just keep it blank like this. Okay. And one more thing, if you have any return, make sure the last line of your function is return statement. Okay. So this is about all like return and function.
So how would you, what is going to be the definition of return type in a simple language?
Okay, what is the definition of return type? Return type is basically based on the needs of the function. So if I need a function that should return something, then the return type will be based on my interest. Something like if I'm expecting, let's say that I have this function. So I'm expecting 2 integer numbers, but I'm trying to get a string. What I'm going to do is, that is in my mind, that I'm trying to see if both are equal or not. Okay, so I would say if A double equals to B, then I will say I'll keep it simple now. String result equals to, let's say that nothing. I'll keep nothing here. So what I'll do is, if A double equals to B, then result equals to equals. And else I'll say result equals to not equal, semicolon in the end. And finally I will say return result. Does it make any sense? I'm expecting, so what I'm doing is I'm not expecting any integer return, any number return. I want it will take two numbers, then it will check both are equal or not. If they are equal, then it will return string value equals. If it is not equal, then it will say not, it will return not equal.
So yeah, return result meaning it's just the equal and not equals. That's what it's gonna return, right?
Yes, that's fine. That's correct. So, but what I'm sending here is 200 and it's 300. So, is this fine?
Yeah, looks good.
Looks good. But why it's not printing anything?
Because you have to do system.out, right?
Yes, that is right. Because the result is here, but I'm not able to see that. The result came here, but I'm not able to see that because it's not in system.println, right? It was not inside the system.println. Now it says that not equal. So it depends on your program. It depends on your function that what kind of return you need, what kind of inputs you have to send. Okay. So
you
if
can customize it.
yes. So based
Kind
on
of.
input, you have to customize your inputs, your outputs, something like that.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. Okay. Anyone else having any issue or any question? Okay, so if you don't have any questions, so we are done for today.